morning, everyone. And you guys know I love saying good morning. I don't care if it's evening, like my backdrop, but I'm still saying good morning. So I've got Chad with me from Talus Pay, and even though he has a great Chicago cell phone number, he's living in LA, so he's in my part of the world. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be here. Excited to join you today.
Good, it is. Well, we've been working with, okay, for those of you who don't know, Talus Pay is our credit card processor. They're way more than that because their team has like 8,000 years of credit card experience. So, Chad, it's always amazing when I send someone to your team and people always go, they can't beat my rates. I have the lowest thing and blah, blah, blah. And then you guys not only beat their rates, but give them intelligence about managing and processing credit that they never thought of before. So, you know, one of our group that's a $30 million company, he just switched over and he swore he had the lowest rate ever. So we really appreciate what you guys are doing for the association.
Yeah, and we love the partnership. So I'm glad we've been able to make it work well for everybody, including your members.
Good. And I'm going to say it again, Chad, because I think it's really critical. It's not just about the lowest rate. Like
it isn't.
You guys have a world of intelligence that relates to, I know part of your team came out of Chase Bank and some people came from other places, but obviously you guys have learned over the years how to talk, not only talk this talk, but you walk this walk. And that's
to do it right. Because, you know, like you said, Todd on our team came from Chase Bank, 23 years. I mean, he's seen it all and he knows exactly what to look for to help people, you know, get better deals, and most importantly, do it the right way and be educated through the process.
Okay, so I know that your long suit is online sales, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so
yes.
Go ahead and take a couple minutes and just tell our viewers, where's your experience? What is it from? How can you help them?
Yeah, great question. So I would consider myself an expert in the digital marketing space. And a lot of my background comes from e-commerce, right? How to sell more online, which is obviously extremely important in this current situation. Past clients included maybe some brands you might have heard of: Movement Watches, Tipsy Elves, Blenders Eyewear, big brand names from an e-commerce perspective. Brands that have recently sold for $100 million. And when I ran agencies working with them, we basically helped them increase monthly revenues by $10,000 to $100,000 per month with automated online selling systems. So what I wanted to do, and I'm at Talus now building those things out, what I wanted to talk about today was how can you actually take some of the things that I learned with these e-commerce brands and apply it to your business in the situation that we're in right now, which is I have to sell more online.
Online, even though we all know how important online is. I mean, no one thought they would love so much when they hear the FedEx and the UPS and the USPS trucks coming down your street these days. But it's kind of, online is a lifeline, whether you're doing it personally or for business. So one of the things you said is some of these companies have been doing 100 million or sold for 100 million, but a lot of our clients are doing 100 grand a year or 300 grand a year. So how does your intelligence translate to helping our smaller clients as well?
Perfect. So what I want to do then, I want to run through these 4 steps. I'm going to run through 4 steps so you can start thinking about this now. These things will not only help you make some sales in the immediate future, but it's going to really set you up for long-term success online, because I think we all know online is probably the way of the future, right? And you have to be able to do it there well. I get it. I know that some things are going to be difficult, but let me go through the 4 steps, and then you'll be able to sit there and say, how do we do this? Also, I think Allan and I are going to talk about it, but I'm definitely willing to do one-on-one consultations with people to see if they need help with their online setup. So if you're cool with it, Allan, I'm going to go through the 4 steps now.
Let's roll. And by the way, we'll be adding your contact info at the end of the video so people can reach straight out to you as well.
Perfect. Sounds good. So the first thing you need, right, when you're selling online is traffic. You need people to go to your site. It's the same thing as people walking down the street to go in your door. So the first question is, how do I get more people to my site? Well, I have a rule. It's called the 10x to 1 value, right? What that means is give 10 times the amount of value in order for one sale to come in. That sounds large, right? But it's actually really simple. Just answer frequently asked questions around your business. So if you're a salon, what are the top 10 questions people ask? If they're asking those questions, right, answer them for them. Put them on social media. Put it on everywhere you can, just answer the top 10 questions. And you can make different variations of every question so that your questions really never end answering, right? Do that because you're informing, you're educating, and sometimes you're entertaining, right? So what happens is that's the value creation. Easy for you because you're the expert in your salon, in your hair, your studio, whatever it ends up being. The key though is consistency. Consistency, doing it every single day. And then a call to action to go visit to your site. So that's traffic. Answer questions, tell them to go to your site. There is your traffic. That is step one, okay? Step two, right? Step two is all about leads, right? You've heard that before, but in the business when we were helping these other e-commerce brands, you got to remember these brands sold for 100 million. We got them to 100,000 per month, but they all started at like, you know, $50,000 a year in online sales. So it just takes time. Leads. So the second thing is leads. You need to capture emails. You have to look at emails as the life source of your entire business, whether it's in person or not in person. I heard a quote from, I had a podcast a long time ago, and one of the experts came on the podcast. She did e-commerce for the the Fortune 500. And she really said to us, you need to sell your soul to the devil for an email. Okay, so it's a little much, but the point is email is everything. How do you get email? Well, one, you provide that value, like I said, in traffic. If you want people to give an email, it's really as simple as giving, hey, I'll give you 10% off. Get a discount code. At this stage, that's what you need. I'm certain every one of us here has gone to a website and put their name in for 20% off, right? That's how you get the email. That's your next step. Leads, get that, right? And you can automate it. There's tools out there to do it. If you want to do the one-on-one consultation, I can just show you where all these things are. Sales. Now that you have the leads, right? Sometimes people will buy right away because they're ready to go. But sometimes they don't, right? You don't buy your thing right away. You wait till a couple days later, right? So what you need to do is you need to make sure you're emailing consistently, right? Get the email, put them in an automated drip sequence, right? Or just email once a week with newsletters. But the key here is in those emails, then ask for the sale, right? Because now you're getting not only the upfront buyers, but then 7 days later, they see an email. They're like, you know what? I am ready to buy today.
Is that number 3 or are we still on leads?
That's 3. That was 3. Sorry, sales is number 3. So 1 is traffic, 2 is leads, 3 is sale, basically asking for the sale, right? After you've nurtured the leads, okay? And then the 4th step, honestly, it's just called repeat sales. How do I get repeat sales? The lifeblood of any business, right? The cheapest way to acquire customers is to retain the current one you have. So if you keep the current customer, how do you get them to come back and buy more? If you are in a business that deals with consumables, which most of you probably are, with lotions or soaps or things like that, you should know that there's a lifespan of 30 days on that. And you can email and say, hey, 30 days is up. You ready for your next purchase? That's how you keep those recurring cycles coming through. So there's the 4.
Oh, go ahead.
That's the 4th. That was 4. So that's it. 1 traffic, 2 leads, 3 sales, 4 get the repeat.
So you're reminding me, Chad, my brother ran a couple internet businesses and their mantra was always see it, like it, buy it, right? Uncomplicate the process. So let me just go through this real quick with you. Okay, so traffic, the things about consistency, et cetera, really important, right? That you are getting your message out. You have a huge value proposition, yes?
Correct.
Okay.
But it can be simple by answering frequently asked questions. Like, don't make it bigger. Just answer the questions and then put that message out there.
Right. So the sub reminder there always is, if you ask your clients, they'll tell you, right?
That's exactly.
Okay, number 2, leads. We always thought your data is king. That was always the expression we used. And so I'm a firm believer in, well, we have over 60,000 members now. When we took over 10 years ago, my team, we had 1,100. So I know what gathering data is all about, very critical. You remind me 3, when we talk about sales, offer a discount, do a bundle, do this and that, but my dad used to say, and it's stock when it comes to sales, ABC, always be closing.
Exactly.
My dad was never, hi, how can I help you? My dad was, you need black pants today, right? Because that would lead to someone saying, no, I don't need black pants. I want a green shirt.
There you go.
Right? Always be closing. And 4, repeat sales always reminds me that you need to mine, M-I-N-E. You need to mine your database because this is all kind of textbook 101 stuff, but I'm glad, Chad, you're reminding people because it's easier to sell someone who already has an account with you, right?
Right. Well, and the best part about digital marketing, and this is why I wanted to talk about it, is like all of this can be automated with the right tools and systems so that you can set it up and forget it. Right. Set it and forget it. And so with digital, we can automate this process.
And I know a lot of people say, I don't want to learn another software, blah, blah, blah. But so much of this is plug and play today, right? The tools are there. You need to plug it in.
That's it.
I love it.
So,
Chad, great stuff. Final word?
I would just say, just remember, give value, a lot of it, and you'll get it back.
People reach out to Chad. The group at Talus Pay, I've never had a team. I've been in and out with credit card companies for so long, but I've never had a team like yours that is so active and so helpful and has the I want to be of service, what can we do thing. Yeah. So I know a lot of our spas who have signed up, my God, they made that so easy. And it's like, that's exactly what it should be. It should be that easy. So,
exactly. Well, glad to be on, Allan. Thanks for having me.
Stay safe, stay healthy.